This is something that we get asked all the time, and it absolutely breaks my heart to see international pet parents who would love to provide this kind of activity to their pups not be able to get their hands on SwiftPaws. And I just wanted to give you a quick understanding of why it's not possible for us currently to ship internationally, but also let you know that it is something that I desperately would love to be able to offer in the future. What does that mean? It could be a long time from now, just to be perfectly transparent. So the main reason why we're not able to currently offer our products internationally is really due to regulations. So our product is able to be sold in the US, and there are certain requirements that it must meet because it does house electronics and things of that nature in order to legally sell it in the US. Now there are similar certifications and requirements for other countries, and for the most part each country, or for example Europe as a whole, has their own set of regulations. So that would be, as an example, something like CE certification in Europe. Our products have not gone through that testing and certification yet, and that is a fairly lengthy and expensive process, and just not something that we have the ability to budget for at the current moment. Again though, something I would really love to be able to do in the future. Also, shipping the batteries is a little tricky. So those LiPo batteries currently can be troublesome to try to ship overseas and internationally. So it might be something where in the future, if we can find a partner in a different country who's willing to take on some of that upfront cost burden to help our product to pass and meet those regulations and requirements, including labeling and all of the other stuff for that specific country, that then maybe they'd be able to source the batteries directly instead of having to try to export and transport those batteries from the US overseas. Of course, Chase could be an initial entry point because Chase does not have LiPo batteries and it does not require them to run. So we're working on it, is really the short answer there. But yes, unfortunately, we are not currently able to ship our products overseas. If you do use a parcel forwarding service, it's possible that you could get the product to yourself. I would give you 2 words of caution there. The first is it could still get rejected by customs or at the border, and you might end up having it get returned to whatever service you use. That can be a very expensive and frustrating process. And second, also be a little careful. Our products are app compatible. The app is currently only available in the US App Store and Google Play Store. So internationally, that could be tricky too, to try to get the app. So if you were going to try, or let's say that you're visiting the US and you want to order it and bring it home with you, that's also an option. We've had a few people do that as well. I would highly recommend that you get the physical remote controller. That way you're not stuck with an app that you may or may not be able to access or update when you return to your country. All right, that's it for now. I hope that I can offer you a lot of good news on that in the future, but for right now, we can only ship to the United States.